Retired U.S. Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel Joe Johnson of Louisburg will be honored April 19th at the Missouri State Capitol in recognition of his valor as a helicopter crew chief in Vietnam on March 8, 1970. Missouri State Senator Sandy Crawford of Buffalo will present a courtesy resolution to Lieutenant Colonel Johnson in the House and Senate chambers. A Marine Corps corporal at the time, Johnson's actions are included in the Vietnam War book, The Grotto II, authored by retired U.S. Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel Harold G. Walker. Johnson was a crew chief on a CH-46D Marine Corps helicopter when the aircraft commander, First Lieutenant Joseph Devlin, was killed by North Vietnamese Army ground fire southwest of Da Nang. The bullet that killed Lieutenant Devlin continued into the co-pilot's right wrist, gravely wounding the co-pilot and leaving the helicopter flying at treetop level. Walker writes, "Seeing that neither pilot was flying the craft, Johnson jumped into the pilot's seat, sitting on the lap of the dead pilot, and began flying the big chopper, first bringing the craft to a safe altitude, then flying it back to a Naval Support Authority hospital near Marble Mountain Air Facility. At the hospital, Johnson managed to wake up the co-pilot, who was then able to make the landing." Grotto author Walker contends, "What Joe did was significant because he was a crew chief and had only flown when a maintenance test was in progress and had never before landed a helicopter. The problem was, when the commanding officer of the squadron learned of what he had done, he told Joe that if he recognized him for flying the helicopter while sitting on the dead pilot's lap, he would have to court-martial him. Ultimately, the wounded co-pilot was awarded a Distinguished Flying Cross, which he deserved for having landed the craft with his wound. Later, Joe was given a Silver Star, which did not address all he did. Instead, the co-pilot was credited with it all, and Joe was a great crew chief." Colonel Walker argues Joe's heroism was remarkable and deserving of a Navy Cross or Medal of Honor for having saved all the remaining crew and the helicopter. Walker hopes to get a naval review of what Joe really did and get him the decoration he deserves. A detailed account of the March 1970 event and many other exploits of Marine Corps helicopter pilots are included in the Grotto Book 2, available now on Amazon.